going on, everybody? Excuse me. Pilgrims in the earth. Sorry, my throat. Thank you, everybody, for supporting, like, sharing, subscribing. Um, I want to more so do some videos to, bring y'all a little bit more personally into my personal life. Not too personal, but letting y'all get to know who we are and who I am, most of all. Um, Which brings us to this video today, talking about the American culture of working, the workforce, specifically the factory environment, man. I've been seeing a couple videos of people dropping, what I'm saying, of, how everybody basically just working, man. It's like everybody just working. That's all life is about. Every day, work, work, work. As soon as you go home, you feel like it's time to go back in. You shower, you eat, you spend time with the kids, it's time to go back. So this is what I wanted to talk about and give kind of like a short little testimony of our experience with dealing with that, because we've been back and forth to America, and I don't know if y'all know now we work from home, abroad, overseas. But it was kind of like a difficult thing and a difficult situations that we saw working within, the workforce. So, yeah, man, I'll say this. I think there's a shift in, the American working culture. Before, you would be hard working, you would achieve, climb up the ladder, the management ladder, or whatever you wanted to do. You worked hard, you would get your, the fruits of your labor for working hard. But now I see it's like a culture of just work, work, work. People just working to survive. Inflation is, high, and I think that plays a part on where, the environment is today. Because working in these factories, man, is like there's a lot of I would say ratchetness going on. A lot of depression, man, and a lot of times when you see a lot of people talking about each other, people doing this and that. I've seen a lot of substance abuse going on. And she can attest too. We seen a lot of, what would you say? We seen a lot of dysfunction going on in the environments. Yeah, man, you see these people, they're just working just to get a check, to either go buy some shoes, get drunk for the day, get high for the day. It's a lot of dysfunction in these factories. You got a lot of people dealing with each other, a lot of whoredom going on. A lot of people when they're married with somebody outside of there, but then they had a work booze. They have all this stuff going on. But yeah, man, and not only that, well, you can speak on that. What do you think about that? Can you think about anything we experienced with that? We're seeing?
Yeah, you got to think, too, because if you in the workplace for about 10, 12 hours, eventually, if you're working with somebody, you're going to end up having a personal relationship with them. I have witnessed married men, it could be married men or married women, actually seeking attention from, their work colleagues. And then it becomes a whole relationship to where everybody knows who work boo is who, and, it can get messy like that, too. I wouldn't advise that for nobody.
It's almost as if you come in there, let's say me and our last job where we was in America, the one before the last, we were working at a place, we usually, I actually met her working years back. We've been together almost 10 years, but when I first met her, it was working. But that's neither here nor there. But just showing you, we had two incomes is better than one. We discussed on the last video, we were talking about the 50-50 thing. So sometimes a woman and a man have to work to make ends meet or to save money, because we've been all about saving money. We never just want to work just to work. But I think that's what I see most often. But yeah, but back to what I was saying, yeah, it's almost uncommon to see two people together, from the outside in the workplace. I think people were shocked that we didn't allow a lot of the stuff affect us, because you would have people trying to stir up drama. You know what I'm saying? A woman to come tell me, what if this happened? you know, I seen Tamika over there, da, 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 just trying to stir up stuff, and I laugh, you know what I'm saying? But and then I had women that will try to invite me to certain, you know, occasions outside of work. Oh, we getting together because we would have different lines, you know what I'm saying? So, oh, Cortez, why don't you come hang out with us? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, nah, I'm cool. You know, they kept trying to get me out. Then they'd try to get her out. Oh, Tamika, come hang out with us. We gonna go twerking and then. But that's the environment of America. The American workforce, these factories are a reflection of what America is. In America, the presence of the Most High or God, the presence of God is slowly leaving America. But this is you know, why we doing this video just to show, you know, there's no more correction or judgment no more. It's because when you become that person, like the image of the Most High, number one, is man and woman. But when I think when they seen that, it was kind of like they had to find something wrong with it. If they couldn't find nothing wrong with it, they had to create something wrong with it. What you think about that?
Yeah, I think so too. Just witnessing um, certain different things. Like I know, one thing I know about women, I do know what women try to do. They will say certain things to get you stirred up about your spouse or whoever you work with. They will try to stir you up like, oh, such and such, he want to talk to, he talking to this girl or he talking to that girl. I know for a fact it was a certain person that you used to work with in your area, and she was always Cortez this or Cortez that, Cortez this, Cortez that, and it will always be when I'm around, and she will always be loud and kind of vulgar with it. So I never feed off of that. I never fed off of that, and I think to a degree, she probably saw it like, dang, she ain't even feeding into what I'm trying to do. But yeah, it be situations like that.
Well, you know what it is, man. I think the majority of the demographic of people that work in these places, and unfortunately America in itself, there was, I can say, a big population of single mothers, and a bunch of dudes who was like whoremongering over these women, and they all was dealing with each other. And I don't want to say it like this because I don't want to put all the, like, the men just, oh, they horny and because in some degree it was all their fault, because these women were like dudes. They like, okay, they looking for who to deal with in there too. So all these people dealing with each other. I'm talking about management. Still gonna rock though. But yeah, I'm talking about not only just you know, the team members. I'm talking about management, whoever. I done seen a situation where the plant manager got caught up dealing with one of the team members. You know what I'm saying? He was married and everything. You know, got caught and risked and sacrificed his whole job, maybe his whole career. You know what I'm saying? So it's very messy in these places, very messy. But like I say, the population is like, you know, a lot of single mothers, you know, who knows, you know, where their children are, who watching their children, who raising your children when you at this job 10, 12 hours of the day. So now, by default, you working with these guys who complimenting you all day. What's going to happen? It's going to have a big, it's going to have a catastrophic snowball effect or avalanche effect of drama. He say, she say, what happened last night? You know, people breaking up. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? We've seen that so many times. You get what I'm saying? So, I can't even think of nothing personally, but it's so much, so much. I'm talking about on one line, this person dealing with this person and that person and that person. Now it's beef in the factory because they dealing with the person over there. But yeah, man, these factories is dangerous, man. They dangerous. I've seen people bring guns. I've seen people fight. I've seen people about to fight. I've seen people, baby mama, come up there ready to fight the girl that he was dealing with. I've seen a dude about to fight. It's so much going on. So much going on. What you got to say about that?
Yeah, they have a saying, it's best to just get your money and go home.
Yeah.
And I can see why that is, because there's so much drama that can get stirred up. Some people be risking their jobs just because of the drama that happens on in the plants. Yeah, my years of experience is just, I know that's not a place that I would want to be necessarily, but yeah.
Yeah. So I would say and a lot of people are kind of and we're not shaming that because you got to do what you got to do. You got to survive. This is how I made my money over the years. A lot of the temp services, when you can't find a job or you don't have a real actual career, a lot of these jobs is in temp services. And I come from one of the places that's the automotive capital of America. So that's where we got our money at. But you get a quick little $6, $7, $800 in a week, and you keep it moving. But you know, some of these jobs, people are working 12-hour shifts 7 days a week. So you basically live in this place within these doors. You come in, there's no lights outside. You leave out, there's no lights outside. We used to work at Amazon. I used to be there like that. But yeah, man. Not only that, I would say a lot of people are looking for a way out. They're looking for a way out, but they can't quit because they don't check the check. And I'm not saying we in no means are not living good and anything like that. But what I can say at this point, we do have a level of freedom and a level of being able to raise our children and be present within a home together. You get what I'm saying? So there are ways out, and I do want to get into that in the future, kind of showing people, other ways to do that. But would you say what has changed since? What freedom do you think you have now being outside of the actual workforce?
Yeah, because beforehand when we was working, it was always work. We will work hard. We'll be what? Happy to be to work. Sometimes 2 in the morning, sometimes 3 in the morning, especially working at the job I was working at before. We would have to go to work, drop the kids off, go to work. By the time I get home, it's time to cook, spend a little time with the kids, and then it was to sleep. And the same old schedule over and over again. Same old, what they call it, hamster wheel. And then now my lifestyle is a lot more comfortable, laid back. I'm able to create my own schedule. I'm able to deal with the kids when I need to deal with the kids, with teaching them whatever it is we have for the day. I'm able to spend more time with them, and I'm able to get food and things, dinner and stuff started at a reasonable time. I'm able to go to sleep at a reasonable time.
And still be able to spend time with the kids. I mean, we'll go back and forth. I'll get online and do some, and we choose what hours to do it. So I'll get online, make some money, go in there with the kids. She'll come in and deal with make some money. It's like a back and forth thing. It's a teamwork kind of thing, and that's why I addressed that on that video, talking about the content creators kind of targeting the women, of the whole 50-50 thing, and what does a man bring to the table? This is not a video on that, but I'm just saying this. A lot of times it's the teamwork, but yeah, it's definitely a level of freedom to be able to, it's a balance. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it without, and of course women do a lot of the stuff that's in the home. Hats off to her and women in general, because, I can't imagine how a woman can work and come home and have to do the motherly duties. It's almost like crazy. What you think about that? You think you could do something like that by yourself?
By myself?
Yeah.
It will really look like, it will be very chaotic, I would say. Because you gotta understand when you're dealing with your emotions, when you're dealing with that job, whatever comes with that, then you gotta deal with the emotions of your children. Sometimes they need discipline. Sometimes they need your attention. It's a lot of places where you're gonna need to be. Something is gonna lack eventually. Some areas are going to lack. Whether it's your children, whether it's you having what they call self-love, all of that play a hand in it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I couldn't imagine having to do all of those roles.
Yeah, so a lot of that, when you have a missing, the missing void of all these things in your life, guess where you're going to find them at? You're going to find them in the workforce. So them little hookups at the job, that might be the temporary, fix for a lot of these people. I would say I don't think that people are looking at it as, because I know people that have been in these workforces for like 15 years. I'm talking about still temps, and haven't got more than $2 an hour raise, and it's like they work so hard to the point where they just, this is life for them. I've seen people, oh, I ain't get my pint for the day. You know what I'm saying? Every day they go to work, you know. And what was that thing called that they gave us? They gave us the opportunity to get, it was called daily pay.
Yeah.
So you, yeah, so you, whatever you made for that day, you can actually withdraw it off of your card. So I've seen people who would drink and smoke so much that by the time they were withdrawing their daily pay, what they made for the day. So by the time it was payday, they wouldn't have no money. So these people are just working just to work. It's literally like modern day plantation. You get what I'm saying? So, and people have this, they have this in their mind where, okay, I mean, one day I'm going to be doing it. One day, this is my year, 2025, my year. I thought 2023 was your year. You get what I'm saying? But we have this in our mind. It's like, it's a delusion. It's, you know, you've been doing the same thing for 10 years. You still haven't saved up the money you said you was going to save. And then when they have the tax returns come around, you about to get a new nice little vehicle to look good. We just want to look good in captivity. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate, and I hate to see, you know, people go through that, because now that I have a level of freedom, you have you know, time to think, and you start to evaluate, you know, outside of the bubble of America workforce. And it's like, I see so many people struggling. But like I said, now it gives us a level of freedom. Our children, they love it. You know, we connecting with our children. A lot of people, they ain't even able to connect with their children. The teacher in the school know your children more than you. You get what I'm saying? Or the babysitter know your child more than you, because guess what? You got to work. But everybody think, okay, this is my year. This is my year. Something going to have other, you know, God going to come and this going to, it's the same thing over and over. But yeah, I think in the future, I'm going to kind of break down some easier ways how you can, you know, make stuff happen. Because, you know, we are, you know, living abroad, and we do work online. And I think that brings us a whole lot of level of freedom. You get what I'm saying? We don't be tired, you know. I go to sleep at like 8, 9 o'clock now, you know what I'm saying? I wake up early in the morning, get things done, and, you know, still able to spend time with my children, save money, and, you know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But I'm not saying I'm rich, but, you know, none of us are. You get what I'm saying? Are you rich working in a factory? No, it's a spin a wheel. I'd rather be on a wheel to, you know, manage my time, though. But if people are into that, hit the comments and tell me what y'all would like. You know, what kind of content would y'all be interested in and things like that. But did you want to say anything else?
Yeah, I just wanted to say the last time we went back and we had to go back to work, I just knew that just working every day, all day, every day, it wasn't for me. I was just like, it was kind of like in the depressing mode, like this is not life. Like we rarely had time for ourselves, rarely had time for the kids. Just working at a plant, it just wasn't, it for me. And I was like, yeah, I can't see myself doing this for 10 plus years, or I don't see how workers can do that. It's actually like a slave mentality, I would say.
And y'all that work in these places, y'all know what's going on. Everything we talked about, you can relate to. All you smell is kush smoke. You smell marijuana, beer, and you know, and drama. You get what I'm saying? And don't let you be on the night shift. Oh my goodness, night shifts is 100 times more crazier. It's more out in the open. But yeah, man, we seen all these things on day shift, so you can only imagine. And I'm not talking about nobody, because guess what? I was at a point of depression. After I would leave the job, guess where I'd be going? I'd pick the kids up, go. I'm trying to get home to do what? Have my little time and have my little drink. And that became an everyday thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody like, well, dang, I ain't know you was doing what we be doing. What's up? Like, all right, man, I got to slow down here. But these places are strongholds and habitations of depression. Like, people are depressed, man. And I pray and I hope our people can, you know, make it out of there. But yeah, man, America, the whole inflation, you know, the economy, everything is is making us toxic to each other and it's making us depressed. You get what I'm saying? So we just wanted to shed light on our experiences working in these places. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah, and as far as in having relationships in plants, I wouldn't advise it because the men, they will talk about you. They will tell the other line what you did, how you did it. Guess what? The next man gonna want to try you, and so on and so on and so on. So, ladies, just be smart about it.
Mm. I've seen it on both sides, but you're right. Men do talk, and they talk worse than women nowadays.
Yeah.
That's true. That's definitely true. I've seen guys, man. They done had one girl over here pregnant. This girl over here, they beefing with each other, and the girl on the line talking about, oh, that's ratchet, and then turn around and mess with him. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's a ball of confusion. But guess what? That's the reflection of what America is now. But yeah, man, like I said, hopefully this can bring, hopefully somebody can connect with this, and I'm sure a lot of people, like, oh, that sounds like where I work at. Of course, if you work in the automotive industry, in a factory, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about everywhere, but this is predominantly a lot of places. But yeah, man, hit that like, subscribe, share. Thank you once again for supporting. Again, this is Pilgrims in the Earth. Please support. Love y'all. Hit me in the comment. All right.